How do you launch DVWA? Log into your Kali Linux, then using Kali/Kali, username, password. After that, launch DVWA using the IP address. The login credentials for DVWA are admin, password is password, username is admin. The assignment is, I have given you 2 pages. One is file inclusion. Try to concentrate on the fields where you can give the input. The other one is command execution. These two are the pages. The command execution is for ping. You can give any domain like wipro.com, tcs.com, or your college website. Okay. Or google.com. It will check whether the target is reachable or not. Our objective is not to test the functionality. We have to find security defects. If you have any idea, try it out. If you have any questions, do message me in the chat window. For those who have joined newly, right? Very simple. We have a target. The target is a website that is called DVWA, and we have attacker. We are trying to hack this target. The target is dvwa.com, DVWA website. Okay, and it has some functionality called ping and some more functionality, just an URL. We have to find security defects as a hacker. For that, you can send some requests and you get some response, but by using that functionality, we have to hack the target. This is the objective. Okay. Attacker is using Kali Linux for hacking purpose. That's where we are. Give google.com. If you don't have the lab setup, try to do it in the weekend, Saturday. Okay. Click on submit. It will check whether the domain is reachable or not. If there is no data loss, we can confirm that we are able to reach the target. Any other domain? Give me some domain which I can ping. Put it in the chat window. Amazon, Zoom, Twitter. You can give SBI also. Any domain. It will check whether it can be reached or not. 3 packets sent and 0 received. So the domain is not reachable. sbi.co.in. Let us check if this can be reached. Or else, no, it should be complete domain. Naukri.com or Naukri.in. Just don't give the name. I want the complete domain. So we are able to reach Naukri.com. This is the normal functionality, but we need to check for vulnerabilities. I'll give you another 3 minutes. Try to find out, or else I'll give you some hints. Command execution. We'll start with command execution. Okay. Last 2 minutes. Case sensitivity, yes, you can check. Okay, last 30 seconds. How do you find IP address of a system? In Linux, what is a command to find IP address? How do you find the IP address in Linux systems? Ifconfig, right? Try it in the terminal now. Launch terminal by using this icon. You type ifconfig, enter. We should be able to get the IP address. What is the command to get the computer name or the host name? Can anyone tell me? What is the command to find the host name in Linux operating system? The command to find the host name is host name itself. You type host name, it will give you the computer name. The computer name for this Kali Linux is Kali. How do you print current working directory? Printing correct working directory means control is there in which folder. Type pwd, print working directory. So the working directory is home/Kali. And if you want to list the files in the Kali folder, what is the command? ls, enter. So we are able to get the list of files in the folder called Kali. And I want to see the content of sample2.html. What is the command? I want to see the content. Cat space sample2.html. Enter. So the content of sample2.html is this is the content. Yesterday we had seen this sample2.html consists simple HTML tag and script tag. Okay. Still there are a lot of commands like change directory, print working directory, ls, and then make directory. So maybe you can refer any website, go through some normal commands, basic commands. Those are enough for you to learn the Kali Linux commands. I'll give you some links also after the class. Now come back to our assignment. Command execution. Its functionality is only to ping the IP address. That's it. But what in case if you give some other details? Command prompt should work only if you have logged into your computer. Okay. It should not work from any application. Means the application should not take the inputs directly to the executables in the operating system. Executables in the sense, it should not work like a command prompt. For now, remember like that. OS command injection. Instead of giving IP address, for example, 127.0.0.1, I try to append with host name. Enter. See what is coming up. We are getting the output. Is there any defect in this? By looking at the screen, do you think some defect exists here? Do you think any defect existing in this functionality? Yes, no. Check properly. 127. I'm trying to ping that, but along with that, let me give some more details. I'm giving some extra comments. Is the application listening to my comments? Yes or no? Submit. This is the output of ping, right? How about this one? Some paths some paths are getting displayed depending on the kind of input you are trying to provide, right? Print working directory. Or if you want to check active connections in your computer, netstat. Remember, if you want to check active connections in any of your servers, you can use netstat. Submit. What is the output? Ping is working, the domain which you are able to ping, but along with that, I'm able to get some sensitive details, active internet connections. I as a client, as an end user, I am able to list active connections of the target or the server, right? You can give any of the command prompt related comments. How about etc/password? Does anyone has any idea what does the etc/passwd contains? No. We have to give in a different format. Let me check. What does the passwd file contains? Passwd file in Linux systems contains the usernames and passwords. Remember, passwd, you should pronounce it as passwd. It is not the password file, it is passwd. Okay, passwd file contains the usernames, user id, password, and the local directory path, user group, all these details. That is a very sensitive file in Linux operating systems. If you want to check the content of passwd, you can check it even from the Google. Very important question. Some of the interviews, network security related, they'll ask you like, what is the importance of passwd file? etc/passwd holds the user account information, and first one is the username, and the second word has login password. If there is a password, it will be stored here. If it says x means the password is hashed and it is stored in the different file that is called shadow file. Remember that. And each user will have the user id, group id, and user information. Those details will be shared, will be existing in that passwd content. Along with that, user directory and what is the user shell. These two. At least remember first five. What is the passwd file consists. So I want to list even the passwd content if it is possible from this. So before that, all of you try for some command. You can skip the domain and you can give like this also, etc/ or colon netstat or colon host information colon host name, metasploitable colon print working directory. Any special characters, not only colon, you can give ampersand host name. Sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not work. Ampersand is also working. How about single line? Single line etc/passwd. No, it is single line host name. It is working. So some special characters you need to give before the command which you want to provide. Can you guys try with 5 to 6 parameters, 6 command arguments for this? Try it out and confirm in the chat window. 4 minutes to go. Okay. Yes, colon list current working directory. It will try to list all the files in the server. Okay, help, index, and passwd. Or what is the present working directory? This is a present working directory. I want to list files. Only the index file is there, right? The present working directory is like root path, I guess. ls list of files. If you want to view the some content in these files, colon space cat space help instead of help, or else let me try this etc/pass wd. Okay, I should be able to get pass wd content. Colon cat is to view the content just now we discussed, then space /etc/pass wd. Yes, we got it. The list of users in the server operating system. The server is metasploitable Linux. So one of the user is root, other users are daemon, win, systems, games. Let me see. Okay, these are the different users. X means the password is there in the shadow file, not here. User ID, group ID, then user path and shell path. It is a root user means admin user. The user ID is 0 and group ID is also 0. Try these commands everyone for 5-10 minutes and confirm me. Okay. In case if you get stuck or if you're not able to do it, message me in the chat window or put your answers or the errors so that you guys can share the screen. Once you are done with it, go for file inclusions. Check if there are any vulnerabilities in this page. How many of you are ready for a session on tomorrow? Database queries, SQL injection. 1 hour class, 8 to 9. Are you guys ready? Or any concerns? Let me know in case if anyone has concerns. Because database queries you have to practice for 2 days. If I give you some basic overview, you can continue in the weekend. Database queries, if you are already working in any company, if you have some basic understanding of database queries, no need to attend. If you are completely new to the IT, I'll just give you some basic overview of how to run the SQL queries, what is the purpose, what is meant by row, what is meant by column, table. Then I'll let you know. I'll confirm you by evening. If there is a class 8 to 9, only 1 hour, okay, or 8 to 8:50. If you're not able to do it, you refer the video, that is also fine. Hari Krishna, you have idea on database queries, right? Already you are working, I guess, mainframes. Yes, if you have the idea, if you guys are already working in the database or even mainframes, or as a developer or a tester, definitely you might be having the idea of tables and columns, rows, select queries. This is for completely for non-IT students. Some additional session, you want to know how these queries work. Or else last 10 minutes, I'll give a brief overview in today's session itself. Along with that, tomorrow I'll continue. Okay. Command execution. Anita, give colon space, no, colon cat space, etc slash passwd. OS command injection. This vulnerability is called OS command injection. Remember, if the application is retrieving you some command line output, then we can call it like OS command injection vulnerability, because I'm able to get the sensitive information by providing this kind of payloads. Okay. Next week, I'm going to take the revision session for 5 days in the evening hours for those who has missed the last 2 weeks sessions. But get the lab setup done by weekend. Even if you are joined newly, get the lab setup finished by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Get the laptop. Revision session timings, mostly in the evening hours, 5 to 6 or 5:30 to 6:30, 45 minutes to 1 hour. Revision sessions from Monday. Okay. For those who has not joined the sessions in the first 2 weeks, anyhow, we provide the recorded videos. Along with that, in case if you want to listen the live session, you guys can get in. Okay, even the revision sessions also will record. But remember, from Monday, all the sessions are only for the paid members, no free sessions. Windows ISO is a file that is used for the operating system of Windows 7. Okay, Windows 7 is an operating system. ISO is a file which is required for installing the operating system. Aparna. That is fine. If you have the VMware setup for Windows 7, that's fine. Any other doubts, anyone? Are we done with command execution? Okay. Let me see how many of you will be able to find out the vulnerability in the page of file inclusion. Check if you can provide some input. Try for cross-site script in this page. How do you try cross-site script? Try for cross-site script. try for OS command injection in this page. I'll give you 2 minutes of time and then I'll give you the answer. 8:22 now, 8:26, 4 minutes. Okay, try it out. Last 1 minute to check for the vulnerability in this page. Where do you want to provide the payload? What is the payload? What is the element you want to provide the payload? I'll give you the hint. Try to target the URL. We don't have any entry points in this page, only URL we have. Try for cross-site script with different elements. Try for OS command injection. And the way how you are going to try, I'm leaving it to you guys. Check and let me know. And there are 4 minutes, okay? And also when you try for the payload, do message in the chat window what is the payload you are trying. Just don't try by yourself. I want to see like what are the different kinds of payloads you are providing in the URL. Try for cross-site script and OS command injection. And also let me know in case if you find any vulnerability. Okay, last 1 minute. Pradeep, you want to share the screen? Yes, share the screen. I'm giving you the permissions. Other members, try it out. Try for cross-site script. Try for OS command injection. Pradeep. Someone is calling me. 1 second. This is your Kali Linux, right? Turn it off and then turn on. Restart the Kali Linux. We'll see. Okay. Pradeep, you have to extract the Kali Linux one more time. Delete this VM and then extract that zip file right out. Looks like something got corrupted. Okay. Try it out. In case if you are not able to do it, give the uh, team viewer access to our staff. They'll be able to help you. Fine. Let us come back to our assignment. Okay, what all payloads you have tried? Anyone? We don't have anything to give as an input, right, in this web page, but we have the URL. What is the parameter, dynamic parameter in this URL? Can anyone tell me? Dynamic parameter, something which will change. Is it DVW or vulnerabilities or FI or page or include.php? Which is the dynamic parameter? Something like we can change it. Page. You would have seen in your mathematics, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to x plus y. If x is equal to 1, if x changes, the value of the output also changes. Now, here x is the page. So I can play around the dynamic parameter page. Include.php, where is this file located? Can anyone tell me, is this in the server of Metasploitable Linux or in the Kali Linux? Where does this include.php is located? Include.php is located in the server or it is in the Kali Linux? It is in the server. Okay. Metasploitable Linux. So this refers to one of the file in the server. So how about if I can change this file to some other file? Give me some file which is a sensitive file in the Linux operating system. Some sensitive file in Linux operating systems. HTML. File name I want. 30 seconds to go. Sample2.html. But do we know the path for sample2.html? That is a file which I have uploaded. Try to target for the operating system files. Check in Google sensitive files in Linux operating system and let me know. Along with its path, sensitive files in Linux operating systems, along with its path, and then post it in the chat window. No one. You can browse even from mobile. I would expect one file path from each one of you. Still didn't find. Total 134 members are there. Akhil, Alfias. I got one response from Balaraju. Okay. Anita, Firdos, Anuradha, Anusha, Aparna, Apsana, Venkatesh, Renuka Prasad, etc/login.defs definitions. Okay, that is one of the good answer. Any other sensitive files? Dat file. I need the path. Writable etc/shadow. Yes, that is one more good example of the sensitive file in Linux operating system. Just now I have mentioned. Okay, now I got the correct answer. One more correct answer, etc/passwd. Is that the sensitive file? Just now we discussed for OS command injection /etc/passwd, one of the sensitive file. Any other sensitive files? etc/group. Remember, these files are located in the server, not in the Kali Linux, not in the attacker system. These files are located in the server where the website is hosted. Now, try it out in case if you are able to list those files. Instead of locating something.php, I give etc/passwd and enter. Are we getting any sensitive data as a response? Yes or no? Look at the screen. Check if you are able to get any sensitive data in the screen. What is the sensitive data? What is this content? Give me some values what you have found it as sensitive. We are able to get the usernames, user IDs, group IDs, user path, shell path, then password, right? So the process of trying to extract the content of files that are there in the local server is called local file inclusion. We try to access it by modifying the paths in the URL. So I just changed the path from some .php to etc/passwd. Any other sensitive file paths? Shadow will be protected. I don't think we'll be able to access that. Let me see other files. etc/login. Let me check this. First, everyone try with etc/passwd. No, we didn't get this content. Okay, we got the content of login.defs. So this vulnerability is called local file inclusion. Okay. We try to extract the content of the files that are there in the server by tweaking the paths in the URL from the client system. This is the definition of local file inclusion. Understood? Is it clear? First of all, what is the difference between local file inclusion, then OS command injection? These two vulnerabilities we have discussed in today's session. Very, very important. A lot of interview questions in these two concepts. Say yes if it is clear and if you're able to understand. If you're not able to understand, put your questions or comments in the chat window. etc/services. Okay, let me try. I think we have to give the correct file. Network services. We are able to get all the services that are there in the remote system. Please explain one more time. Yes. Scroll back, scroll back, scroll back, scroll back. So the normal functionality is file inclusion. We don't have any. This is a blank page. I tried to change include.php was there. This is the default file that is there for the website. So I try to change it to something like etc/passwd and then try to extract the content of the passwd file. That is a very simple example for local file inclusions. Okay. Balu Reddy, why don't we enter http google.com? Yes, you can try it as well. For that, we need to do some changes in this DVW. There is one more vulnerability called remote file inclusions that I'm going to discuss in the tomorrow session. Not tomorrow, next week. In command injection execution, if I give any IP, it is showing invalid IP. No, IP address, yes, if it is invalid, it will show invalid only. Okay, before we wind up, can I get some 3 payloads in the for OS command injection? All of you? What are the payloads we have used for OS command injection? 3 payloads, I want it in the chat window. 3 payloads for OS command injection. ls pass wd :ls. Okay. 3 examples from each one of you. It should be complete payload, not just pass wd. It should be like :pass wd or :hostname or ampersand hostname. Even when you get into the job, these are the things which you try. There is no programming, but you just need to know basic commands. So already you have learned 50% of Kali Linux. :local print working directory, :netstat cat. I'll let you know by evening 4 o'clock the timings about the database queries session. Okay. Tentative timings are 8 to 8:50 tomorrow. And in case if I have any other work, I'll cancel it, but I'll confirm you by 4 o'clock, evening 4 o'clock. That's all for today. Okay, last one more question. What is the payload we can use it for local file inclusions? We have tried local file inclusion, right? What is the payload we try? For Monday, I'm going to have a quiz, conduct a quiz with all the vulnerabilities you have learned so far. So I would expect 15 out of 15 from everyone. Be it the payload or be it the definition, true or false conditions, everything. Most of you are able to follow the sessions. I'm sure like if you guys try for the jobs by yourself, everyone will be able to crack the job. Because I see like very good responses and lot of correct answers from each one of you in the class itself. So be ready to try for the interviews by yourself. Okay, guys, last 1 minute. Any questions? Anyone? When you come for tomorrow's session, I want you to come up with 3 names of database servers, both SQL databases and NoSQL database. What is the difference between SQL and NoSQL database? Okay, 3 questions. First question, some examples of database servers. Second question, what is the difference between SQL database and NoSQL database? These are the 2 questions which you have to come up for tomorrow's session, either tomorrow or day after tomorrow for 50-minute session. on the database queries. Okay, have a great weekend. We'll connect again tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, the task is, one more time I'm telling you, list database servers. List 2 or 3 database servers like SQL, MySQL. I have listed 2. Now you have to list another 3. Okay. And the second question is, what is the difference between SQL database and NoSQL database? If you have any queries or if you have any kind of dependency on the lab, you guys can get into the office tomorrow. 10 to 1 morning. I'll be available from 10 to 1. The staff will be available from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Vinay will be there. Pawan will be there. Then Urmila will be there. And few more staff members I have to check.